heartbreaks. Remember the tears. Getting it all together takes so many years. Remember the close ones, and there were a few. You never gave up trying, wanting to come through. Well, this is your moment.
Good morning, Nash. I'm Jason Earl.
And I am Troy Stoudemire, and this officially marks the end of your long wait for another episode of Tiger Nation.
The boys basketball team took home the first place trophy at the Wright Automotive Holiday Tournament with an 84-76 win over McKeesport on Wednesday night. Senior Keegan Phillips netted a game-high 26 points and was named the Wright Automotive Player of the Game. Other top performers for NA included Ray Sander, who completed the evening with 16 points, Luke Carter with 17, and junior Griffin Sestilli, who produced 10 points and 8 rebounds. Also posting a double-double on Tuesday night, Sestilli was named MVP of the tournament. North Allegheny improves to 7-2 overall with the win and will return to section play today with a home contest against the Pittsburgh Central Catholic Vikings.
The female Tigers hoopball team took on Oakland Catholic last night. Oakland put up a big fight, but to no prevail. The Tigers won with a score of 78-64, and Taylor Lake recorded a double-double. Senior Abby Gonzalez ends the game with 15 points, and junior Haley Zeiss nets 12. The girls remain undefeated in section play and head to Raider Country Thursday night.
With 96.5 team points, the North Allegheny wrestling team had a strong showing at the annual Powerade Wrestling Tournament at Kenneth McMillan High School. The Tigers finished 14th out of 48 teams nationwide and posted the fourth best score of Whippeal teams competing at the tournament. Junior Jake Woodley was the top individual finisher for NA with a second-place showing at 182 pounds. Woodley entered the tournament unseeded despite a number 3 state ranking, according to PAPowerWrestling.com. Other top finishers for the Tigers were Francis Dugan, who took third place at 195 pounds, and Jake Hankson, who earned a sixth-place medal at 138 pounds. North Allegheny returns to section action on Wednesday night at Butler at 7 p.m. And that concludes today's coverage of varsity sports here at North Allegheny. As we move on to the moment you've all been waiting for. Plenty of NABA news to talk about, and we are here to talk about it. Noah, take it away.
Thank you, Jason. I'm going to start out with the standings following the winter break. At the top, we got Team Doherty undefeated at 6-0. Team San Saucy and Mitnick both at 5-1, and Bjorkland, Truman, and Uline all at 5-2. To round things off, we got Stoltz at 1-5, Taborski at 1-6, and Team Eichner at 0-7. However, I think Team Eichner is going to be turning it all around. We got they got a new coach, as I've heard, and he actually tweeted the other day. He said, "I am proud to say that I'm the new coach for Chris Eichner's NABA team. I have made my assistant coach Matt Wood. Our first game is Wednesday." And I actually have him with me here today. Josh Seaman is the new coach for Team Eichner. What do you have to say about that, Josh?
Well, it's a strong move. I mean, you have to take some big courage to take that step. And Chris Eichner had to remove his last coach, and he placed me in charge.
Yeah, I think that's a good move. I think there's definitely going to be a turn with things coming around. You know, I think it's possible that he could actually end up 500 on the season, 7-7, get 7 more wins. I could see that happening with the new coaching. There's actually been a lot of controversy about the playoff schedule, Josh. It started out as Team 2 versus Team 19, and then went down the list at 3 versus 18, 4 versus 17. Team 1 plays Team 12, which is very out of the ordinary. There's a lot of controversy because some teams seem as though they have a lot of easier of a schedule than others. What do you think? What do you think about the schedule that's been released?
Well, I didn't get a chance to take a look at it, but I have great confidence that we can prevail with every team, this new coaching staff.
Yeah, that's good insight. There's a matchup, Team Earl versus Team San Saucy. You know, the past 2 years, these two teams have been in the championship, and they're playing each other in the first round of the playoffs. What do you think? What do you think that says about this NABA season this year?
Well, it says it's going to be a rough one, but as I like to say, you're going to ride the wave out.
Yeah, I agree with that. We got a couple other high matchups. We got Team Bjorklund versus Team Puntill, who's 4-2 versus a 5-2 matchup in the first round. And just matchup like these really, I think, just is hurting everybody's mood for the playoffs because it's a single elimination, usually double elimination. We got these powerhouse teams playing each other in the first round. Some teams have it easy, some teams have it really hard, and I think that's causing a lot of controversy in the NABA world. Jason and Troy, what do you guys think about this?
Well, first I'd just like to say welcome, Josh. We're glad to have you here, and I'd just like to ask you, Team Eichner, obviously a struggling team so far. First of all, what is your first step in changing the dynamic on this squad, and how did this come about? We rarely see coaching transitions in the middle of the season, so I'd just like to ask you, how did this occur, and how do you plan to change Team Eichner?
Well, yesterday, around 11:30, Chris Eichner stepped up and he said, buddy, we had to remove the coach, and you've been placed in charge. So first off, I would like to say I'm very happy to get this position. It's very honorable. And I would like to say that our first changing is I'm going to get to step into getting rebounds, a very important part, I think, into the transition of this. You got to do that to get your game on. So indeed.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's definitely something they've been struggling with, and I think you can help them with that a lot. Their first matchup of the second half of the season is against Team Stolz, who's also a struggling team. I think this is going to be a good matchup with both teams struggling. They both have a lot of talent. Team Eichner with Nick Gilosh, Saul Lang, a lot of talent with Max Smith. They got a lot of deep depth. And Team Stolz the same with Seabass, Nikolai Makov. Who do you think is going to be the big player that stands out in this game?
Well, from that list, sounds like Nikolai is going to be up there. He's a pretty strong guy, and I hear that he's good at getting them rebounds and getting the shots off quick.
Well, Josh is saying that the other team is going to have a player that's going to prevail, and I think Josh is definitely going to set his team up for some tight defense on Nikolai, and I think that's great. That's a great plan from Josh. That's all we have from over here, Jason. I think you have any other questions?
I think we're good, Noah. Josh, Noah, thank you for another great storyline in NABA. I think we're all looking forward to the second half of the season. From Tiger Nation, I'm Jason Earl.
And I'm Troy Stoudemire. We'll see you next week.